What is good, everybody? I just want to run through the 1L that I took today. We're going to quickly check out this setup, look at some lessons that I've been learning this week and all of that, right? So without further ado, I think this was a pretty simple setup, completely honestly. Let's go check out NQ, kind of look at top down. Bigger time frame, we're obviously bearish, right? Bias today, though, is different. Bias today was very reactive, right? Why is that? We opened the market right here. So looking at this now, right? And it all depends how you draw the lines in your chart, bro. I'm keeping it 100 because you have to be very neutral whenever you draw lines in your chart, because I can mark this chart up and it could look very bearish to someone, right? It could be like, if I, here, let's do this, right? Let's do this activity. If I drew in a box right here and I draw in right here a box and then I draw this right here and then I say, okay, this is turtle soup. And then from here, watch this. This is going to change perspectives, bro. Once we put this in and we say, okay, this is now changing the state, this is going to look bearish on open. When we open the market right here, this looks bearish, right? Don't you see how now we expect to see follow through because everything is marked out for a bearish bias, right? But when we go all the way back and we reverse to what we had, where now we have a completely neutral chart. We see sell side get swept. Okay, buy side, sell side get swept. We don't know what we want to do. Technically, there's a change in the state, but I want to see. When we do that, we open our minds for clarity, because coming into today, I'm looking at this and saying, hey, this can be changing the state. This can be the start of this sell curve that brings us all the way down lower and is crazy clean, and we bank a ton of bread today. That could be what the market's doing, but it could also not be. We could also bump right here and then just run to the highs like we did today. Like this could be a beautiful AMD model right here, like it was today. So it's our job to be reactive, right? So drawing stuff in your chart is only going to cloud that bias. So we need to just be good at understanding and watching the chart, right? So coming to today, what do I see? What do I end up taking? I take this loss right here, and I'll show you guys why, right? Looking at this, I see a couple things happening here. I see on open, we start to run, right? And once we start to run and get past this 5-minute change right here and really get above this level, that's when I'm no longer considering shorts, because I think it's pretty clear that we at the very least want to go to midnight open. Today as well, we had a seek and destroy model play out, right? We had Asia, London takes Asia high, we take Asia low. Now on open, we take London low. Now we can potentially see us take Asia high or London high, right? I don't know that though, so I'm waiting till the market affirms it, right? Once we get around this area right here, I think it's pretty clear that we're going to hold this as a 15-minute change, and then we're going to run higher, right? So if we check this stuff out, 15-minute change looks pretty clean to go see highs, right? That's what I'm seeing as my bias for the day, right? And that's why I'm looking into taking this trade. So coming in out, what do I end up seeing? Around 10 a.m., we had our news and we see a big pump, right? We see this pump go ahead and take out previous day highs here at NQ. However, for me, I'm still looking at this as a bearish or a completely bullish model, right? Because just because we take this internal set of highs, that does not take away from this entire AMD model. So going back to NQ, what do we see? When we take this high right here, this high doesn't matter in terms of this whole model right here. I'm still expecting to see this high get taken. So using that information, what do I think? I think going in, I'm expecting to see that high get taken. So now every single pullback away from that high only provides me the opportunity to see a smart money reversal. And when I see that smart money reversal, what does that mean? That means I'm taking a trade and I'm going to bang, right? So I see the smart money reversal. I see market pull away, right? I see us bounce off of nothing here, and that's kind of the issue with this trade, is that there wasn't really a clean bounce, but we do get very nice volume and a change in the state. And my model, right, when I see price going and when I see volatility, when I see everything aligned, I'm going to take the trade, right? Because a lot of times the market will just run off of this, right? That's what I see, and that's what I do going into today. I wait till we displace, pull back, change the state entry. I want to see us go right now. A lot of times this will play, but today is just one of those days where it's unfortunate that the market doesn't want to play out fast, right? We want to stop us out, manipulate a little more, and then go, right? So using this information, it's not my fault, right? It's simply just a statistical season of the strategy, right? Because we still had drawn liquidity correct. Same thing as yesterday. We got stopped out and then the market runs. Whose fault is it? Is it my fault for not waiting? No, it's not anyone's fault except my strategy. And even then, my strategy is the shield that is going to protect me. You can trade it like this, where you get stopped out and then maybe you re-enter around here. And yes, you bang, right? However, if that's not your strategy, that's not how you should be trading it, right? So lessons going away from and taken away from this trade is that I traded good because number one, our draw on liquidity was right and my execution was flawless and consistent. That is how we need to be when we're trading. That's how we need to be, period. Because when we're not like that, that's when we step out of the statistical groove. Statistical groove, what I mean by that is that when we follow our strategy and we don't care about the outputs, the outcomes, we only care about making sure our inputs are good and we know that our strategy is good, that is when we step into the groove of statistical assurance that we know when we take 100 trades, when we take 10 trades, when we trade for a full month, following the strategy every single day, whether that means to trade or not to trade, we step into assurance that we will have a predetermined statistic that is profitable and making us money. When we step out, when I say, hey, I took a loss yesterday, hey, I took 2 losses, hey, I took 3 losses this week, next week, I'm going to, wait till I get that second opportunity because, that's where the true money lies. That's where like I can get good quality opportunity. I can get, really high conviction and confirmation in my trade. What's going to happen is that next week I'm going to be waiting to take these second opportunities. And what do you think the market's going to do? It's going to run without me. And the guy that simply sits and waits, he sets the trap and he stays consistent in his system. He lets the market regime flip back to his term where he only takes this first opportunity. That is going to be the guy that eats. When you think that you're smarter and you think, hey, market's been, chopping me out first and then running. So I'm going to wait to get chopped out and then I'm going to trade. When you think you're doing that and you think you're smart, okay, good. You are going to get manipulated by the market because the market doesn't play like that. The market will flip and flip and flip and flip. It is our job to sit here and wait till the market comes into our game, right? That's what we do as traders. We are the house, bro. We are not gamblers. So when you step into following, saying, bro, I lost a ton of money, trading my strategy this week. I'm going to trade a little bit differently. Wait for this second opportunity. Next week's not going to give you that second opportunity, and you are going to be a gambler waiting for it. Step out of that, bro. We need to start just following the strategy, right? And that's why, like, people will see this and be like, bro, why are you yapping, bro? Like, you lost bread today. Like, you suck, right? But I actually did everything right? And that's why people don't make it in trading because they see all of this negative self-talk. They see all this bad push against them, but they need to understand I need to get rid of the noise and just follow my strategy, right? I'm yapping a ton here, but the lesson I want you guys to know is that when you know your strategy, you took a trade that's aligned with your strategy, don't feel bad when you take a loss, bro. You should feel so good that you actually can't feel guilt because you know you did the right thing. That's the right way to feel. We need to work on training ourselves to start feeling like that at all times because that is how we make bread consistently in trading. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Good. I just want to drill that into you guys and hopefully I can give you guys some lessons, understand the way that I'm looking at price action. If you took anything after this, I don't really think it's the best. If you see we're kind of just, consolidating in this range, I think that it's best to just kind of step off once the daily objective is taken, which is that big high. And yeah, going into next week, I'm going to be trading the same. I'm going to be making sure that I am following my strategy. Whether it's going to chop me out like this again next week or I'm going to get paid, I'm going to be trading the exact same. And that is the strength, bro. Walking into the fire, knowing that statistics are on your side, that is what profitable traders do. And that's how we need to continue walking forward in the market if we want to make it. So thank you all for listening. Hope I can help you guys a little bit out. And without further much, boys, go. So peace out.